Welcome to the Doug Stewart Show. Yes. And it's Tuesday, September 30th, 2014. And yes, you are in the place for hot sports talk. Thank you so much for joining your boy. I really do appreciate it. I really do appreciate you passing the word and telling folks about it. Every single day we got more people listen than listened the day before. And that's what it's all about. That is what it's all about. Yeah. And it is a Trivia Tuesday, as a matter of fact. And we're going to get into some trivia. We got a great guest we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about this football. We're going to talk about Monday night, Tom Brady, Brady Hoke, Michigan, the Raiders. Whatever you want to talk about, it is your show. And we're going to have a lot of fun for the next 2 hours. The number is 404-382-0338. Once again, that number is 404-382-0338. Now, the easiest way to contact your boy is through Twitter. If you want to be interactive with the show, just go to my Twitter account and follow me and tweet. And let's talk about these sports. My Twitter handle is The Doug Stewart Show. As well as I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, I'm all over the place. But the easiest way, if you want to stay connected to the show, is to go and tweet me on Twitter at The Doug Stewart Show. Thank you once again, man. And I got to keep saying it because I have to say it, because I have to grow this show. I have to promote it. I have to get people to listen. And because I don't have a budget like the Puppet Factory of billions of dollars, I got to go by word of mouth. Okay? So word of mouth is guerrilla marketing. Learned that at Belcher Hall and at South Carolina State University in the early 90s. Tell people, okay? Whenever you see somebody, just tell them. Tell two people, not just one. Tell two people, and then that's all that I ask. I don't ask a lot, okay? I definitely don't ask a lot. This segment of the show is brought to you by FanDuel. One-day fantasy sports for as low as $1. You can't beat FanDuel. And you know how it is. If you play fantasy sports and you start, losing and your team, you realize, sucks, then what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You can't quit because you made a commitment to play in the league, but not in FanDuel. You can just say, screw it. But I'm telling you, FanDuel is real cool. So check them out at FanDuel.com. Also, the big thing is to go onto my page or my website, thedougstewartshow.com, and click on their banner link on my page, all right? Once again, the number is 404-382-0338. So obviously everybody and their mama is talking about what happened last night on Monday Night Football. Your boy Jamal Charles returned from an ankle injury to score 3 touchdowns. Tom Brady was picked up twice by the Chiefs, and Kansas City routed New England 41-14 to hand Bill Belichick one of his worst losses as a coach of the Patriots. Now, Charles had 92 yards and a score. He also caught 2 short touchdown passes from Alex Smith, who had 248 yards passing and 3 touchdowns in this rout. All right. Tom Brady is the big story. Not just, Monday Night Football, but Tom Brady. And when you're talking about a guy that is going to go down as one of the greatest of all time, and he has a night where he only goes 14 for 23 for 159 yards and a touchdown, that's going to be a topic of discussion. So what we did today on the Doug Stewart Show, and you can call your boys right now, especially if you're a Patriot fan, we're going to talk to Deion Branch, right, former wide receiver for the New England Patriots, one of Tom Brady's, I think Tom Brady's greatest target. If you think about the receivers that Tom Brady has had throughout his career, never really had a bunch of great receivers except for the year or two that Randy Moss was there. So I think cumulatively, when you talk about your best receiver, I think Deion Branch probably is that guy. Former Louisville Cardinal, longtime Patriot, actually played for the Patriots when he came into the league, left. I think he went to Seattle for a minute and came back to play with Tom Brady. So we're going to talk to Deion Branch today and get his thoughts on what he's seeing from the team. And I really want to get the perspective from him on what exactly is Belichick saying today. Now, Belichick doesn't say a lot when you put a microphone in front of him, but I'm pretty sure he's got a lot that he's going to say today when he talks to those guys when they get back and discuss this game and look at film. I'm sure he's got a lot to say. And so we're going to talk to Deion Branch, the Pro Bowler, former Pro Bowler, and get his thoughts on the team. Are they done? And that's kind of like the question now. Are the New England Patriots, is there a run of greatness, which has pretty much been for the last 12, 13 years? Is there a run of greatness over? And more importantly, is Tom Brady's run at greatness over? Is he going to decline? Is he starting to decline? Because that's a question you have to ask. Tom Brady has not played well this entire year. And if you look at some of the games that he's played this year, the 4 games that he's played, he's thrown for 249, 234, 149 against the Vikings, 159 last night, as we just talked about. So is Tom Brady hitting that wall? And that's what we're going to kind of get into in depth in the next segment. Is Tom Brady hitting that wall? And pretty much everybody does. And there's no pretty much about it. Everybody hits a wall at some point, okay? It's just, when is it going to happen? All right? Is this the situation where the Patriots are going to cut ties with Tom Brady after this year? Because you know they'll do it. You know Bill Belichick don't give a damn. If you're not helping the New England Patriots win games, Bill Belichick got no use for you. Bill Belichick has no use for lifetime achievement awards like the Lakers gave Kobe Bryant. You know, this 2-year, $50 million deal the Lakers gave Kobe Bryant. Bill Belichick has no interest at all in that. And I don't know if the Patriots are done right now. I don't know if that's the correct way to even term it, because of the division that they play in is so weak. I think they can still leak out. Okay, you're talking about this AFC East. Okay, you got Miami. They don't know what they want to do with their quarterback. Tannehill sucked one week. This week he had a pretty decent week, but they're on unstable grounds. Then you talk about the Jets. Their quarterback situation is in flux right now. And then when you talk about the Jets, the Patriots, the Miami Dolphins, and then when you talk about what other team am I missing? I'm missing one other team. But whatever team you're talking, I'm talking about the Buffalo Bills. When you talk about the Buffalo Bills with their situation with E.J. Manuel, they just benched him. Okay, so there's no team in this division that's solid and that you think is a world beater and is going to just take control of the division. No. So for that reason, Bill Belichick is the mastermind, master coach. Tom Brady is top 1, top 2, 3 quarterbacks of all time. Maybe he has something left in the tank, so they're definitely not dead. But what I saw last night is a team that's in trouble. Yes, I saw a team that's in big time trouble. So I want to get your thoughts on that. 404-382-0338. You can also email me, Doug, at thedougstewartshow.com. We're going to have a lot of fun with this conversation today and talk about some guys that hit the wall real fast. Okay? Some guys that were great at one point and then they sucked. All right? And there's a lot of guys you can name that did that. There's a lot of guys that you can look back in history and say, man, this guy was great one day or great one year, and then when we looked again, he sucked. All right? And so I'm not going to go that far and say that about Tom Brady, but we're going to look at some things about this team and about the Patriots and see maybe that's the case. I mean, Kansas City ran all through them last night. Niles Davis had 107 yards rushing for Kansas City. That's a nice tandem of backs they got there. The Davis kid from Arkansas, as well as what's his name? Jamal Charles. Drawing blanks this morning. So a lot of talk about the Patriots and a lot of talk about the Kansas City Chiefs and what they're going to be going forward, because the Chiefs were a team that a lot of people were saying was in trouble as well. So you got Charles and you got Davis, and Alex Smith had a pretty decent game last night as well. Andy Reid coaching that team, you know he's a great coach, an X and O guy. So what exactly are the Chiefs going forward as well? But the big question is about Tom Brady. And I've said it before. I think I may have even said it this week. And you are listening to the Doug Stewart Show. I may have even said it this week. Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback that I've ever seen play the game. And the reason I say that is for a lot of reasons. One is because of his success, obviously, the Super Bowl wins, and he really could have had a couple more Super Bowls without some miracles. And also the fact that I don't think he's ever had fantastic, great receivers outside of the 1 or 2 years that he had Randy Moss. So he's had good players, but not great players. All right? And I'd have to put him over Joe Montana. Joe Montana had some of the best targets to throw to in the history of the game. When you talk about John Taylor and you talk about Jerry Rice. Then you had great running back and Roger Craig. So you had players on that San Francisco team. You also had supreme coaching with Bill Walsh. So I slightly put Tom Brady over Joe Montana. And I know a lot of people saying you're crazy. Joe Montana is the greatest to ever do it. Some people may even put Elway at the top of that list or Dan Marino. But I think it's a two-man race when you're talking about Brady and Joe Montana. But even Joe Montana hit a wall. Even Joe Montana wasn't the same guy that he was in San Francisco, and they replaced him with Steve Young, and he had to go and play for these Kansas City Chiefs we're talking about right now. So, it's a lot to get into when you're talking about the legacy of Tom Brady, and will this team rebound? Very, very strange. It's always strange to me to watch Bill Belichick do an interview. And one part of me says that this guy is an a-hole, and the other part of me says, I love it. I love his demeanor. I love the fact that he's just so cool under pressure, and that no matter how much the press tries to rile this guy up, he doesn't let him do it. He does not let him do it. Last night was comedy. It was pure comedy watching Bill Belichick talk about this game. One-word answers, no emotion at all. I absolutely love it. All right, when we get back from the break, we're going to grab some of your calls, read some of your tweets. Once again, my Twitter handle is The Doug Stewart Show on Twitter, as well as you can email me, Doug@TheDougStewartShow.com. But you can call the show as well, 404-382-0338. Brain farts early this morning. I did play a lot of football. I need to be getting some of that money too. Yes. Oh my gosh, I took a lot of hits too. So once in a while, your boy will have a brain fart. It's okay. It's all right. When we get back from the break, some of your phone calls, and we'll delve a little bit deeper into this Monday Night Football game last night, where the Kansas City Chiefs got a huge win over the New England Patriots, 41-14. Are the Patriots done? Your phone calls, trivia. It's Sports Talk with Hot Sauce. It's the Doug Stewart Show. I'm always saying get with the times. Stop acting like you at your mama house, calling that girl you met at summer camp 2 states away, and your mama screaming out, I know you better not be talking long distance running up my bill with that little hussy girl. Well, get with the times with your long distance charges. Presenting Univon. Univon offers unlimited worldwide calling to 60-plus countries for $14.99 a month. No contract, no activation fee, and no cancellation fee. Users can call anytime using their mobile phone or home IP phone. So stop flushing money down the drain. Get more details by clicking Univon's link banner on TheDougStewartShow.com or the link on the TheDougStewartShow.com app. Try out Univon and call your peoples like you not at your mama house. All right, I know the deal. You've been thinking about starting that online store, right? And you do know e-commerce makes billions a year. That's right, billions with a B. Well, just do it, and do it right with my friends at AmeriCommerce. AmeriCommerce is an easy-to-use tool to sell anything online, on Facebook, and through mobile phones. Over 100,000 merchants and website owners have chosen AmeriCommerce to handle their stores and customers. They have the most in-depth features in the industry, which include multiple storefronts, website management from one source, a Facebook shopping application, a mobile-optimized website, and much more. Don't let eBay, Amazon, and Zappos get all the money. Get your piece of the pie, too. Click on the link on the DougStewartShow.com or the app link for details. The Doug Stewart Show is off and running, but just like every company, we need sponsors. Would yours like to work with one of the livest, most dynamic, and recognized sports talk show personalities in America? By the way, that's me. Getting in on the ground floor? Well, call us at 7